everybody. Oh, my nose is so itchy today. Um, where to start? I'm here to do the reading for the lovely sign of Taurus. Taurus, if you're watching this, you more than likely identify as a Taurus sun. This means you're only watching one aspect of yourself when you watch these videos. So if you're interested in learning a bit more astrology, then what you can do is you can go to a site, just Google natal chart or birth chart, put in the details of your birth, like your date of birth, where you were born. If you don't have your time of birth, you won't get an ascendant or rising reading, but you'll still get a very accurate chart. And then what will happen is you'll get a natal chart come up. You can download that and print it out, which I recommend. It's a lot of fun. And you will see where all the planets were when you were born, and it will give you a lot more understanding of astrology. It is that simple. So I remember years ago, people would say, oh, the stars never resonate with me. That, you know, I'm an Aries and I never seem to see a reading that resonates. Well, maybe you're not, even though you're an Aries sun, maybe you relate more to your moon sign, which means if you're a Libra moon sign, that may be more relevant for you. So it is really interesting. So when you're born, all the planets are in different houses, all the planets are, you know, sort of moving around. That's why two people aren't exactly the same. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. So they think all Taurus is the same. So, or Taurians. It might mean all Taurians have certain attributes or common characteristics, but it also means you could be quite different to the next Taurus because you may have different planets. So it's very, very good to look at that and understand that. And it sort of gives you a greater understanding of who you are, because that sort of, you have 3 or 4 aspects that play out every day, every day. So have a look at that. All right, we're going to use the Albano Rider-Waite Tarot, which looks like that. If you would like a personal reading with me, please email me at the aussiegoddess@gmail.com, all one word, no changes of spelling, straightforward spelling, no numbers. And I can certainly send you through some information. People do ask a lot, and because I don't have my website up and running, it's been a little bit more challenging, but business is starting to pick up, so it's possible I could put that back up very soon. I really do need to sort of review my prices too. So I said I was going to do it this year, and we're already at the end of the year. So I'll have to do it next year now. They've been the same for quite a few years. All right, let's see what's going on. If you are interested in doing life coaching with me, I still do life coaching as well. And if you're getting quick, I think I have still 1 program left where you can get 6 sessions at a reduced price, and you can work on something that really is difficult for you, or you're finding hard to go forward, or you're stuck, or you want a change of career. So that's still open. If you want a membership with me, there is a join button underneath the video where you can join up. I've already done quite a few videos on there in regards to tarot readings. So if that's what you're interested in, I'm teaching people at the moment. All right, let's have a look and see what we've got going on here. Rightio, 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles is a card that talks about hanging on. You can see somebody really clinging to their pentacles here. It could be that you're having to be tight with money, who isn't at the moment. But for me, this is about blockages. So when I look at this card, I always think, you know, he's got one on his head, which is sort of blocking the crown chakra, which means he isn't connecting to spirit. He has 2 under his feet that are blocking him from grounding, and he has 1 over his heart space. So, you know, a lot of the time when we get into energy where we're being overprotective of our own energy, we can get into this 4 of Pentacles. So it means sometimes that we are either clinging on to something, like for example, if we've been hurt, we may be overprotective of our heart and we might put blockages up. So this is a time to let go, reconnect, and trust that the universe is taking you in the right direction. If it is about money, remember money is energy. If you hang on to it too tightly, it doesn't flow. So if you start getting in the lack mentality of I don't have enough, then you will create more of that. So always remember that. There is something here you've walked away from that you've turned your back on, but you're having trouble letting go of. So for example, if we walked away from a relationship that, you know, was very negative, but we still love the person. And I mean, I understand that some relationships break down when you're still in love with the person. This is the sort of energy that's coming through. I don't feel when you get this card like that that you want to let go of something, but I feel like you just left it anyway. So if you were in a relationship with somebody that wasn't committing to you or was particularly difficult to deal with, then that would be the energy I would get through. The Queen of Swords is coming through here. So it could be with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, strong Gemini energy coming, or a Pisces. You've got somebody who wants to now make an offer. You also have got the Justice card coming through in the ending of a cycle. Okay, all right, and you're really nervous about whether you want to accept an offer or something from this person again. Maybe you're still hanging on for the hurts and pain here. But the Fool is here, so that means there is a brand new beginning for you here. Somebody's been trying to contact you. I feel like the pain of the past is still with you though, but you are accepting it's all over the place, you see. So it could be with a Cancer, but there is forward movement on this particular situation. So I feel like somebody here that you left behind or you walked away from would like to make contact with you, but I'm not really sure that you've dealt with what you needed to deal with from the past. I feel like somehow or another this person may want something more, maybe reconciliation, may want to start again, try something new, but I don't feel that you are past the hurts and pains of the past. So you may be still hanging on to that. Some people can just let it go. It's so, like, I wonder sometimes how people can just let things go so easily. I have to really work at it. So, you know, I think for many of us, we've got that sort of nature where we tend to sort of still procrastinate or dwell on things that we need to excuse or let go of. But some people are just so still angry years afterwards, and I think that is so painful. I couldn't do it for years, but some people do, and I think it must be very difficult for you. Yeah, there is a real energy of sort of looking back at the past here. So I feel like whoever I'm speaking to here, you haven't let go of this. Yeah, there's the Tower. Scorpio, Aries energy coming through there with Leo energy in the Strength card and Virgo energy as well. I have a feeling I've had very similar energy for another sign recently. So if you're dealing with someone, go and cross-watch that person's reading, because I feel like I've had that same energy right there on the table. I do feel that you have tried doing the healing. I do feel that you have worked really hard. You can see the Hermit here, you know, shining his light on what this, you know, trying to tame these things with the Strength card, trying to tame that shadow side. This says to me that maybe here with the Tower, especially with this Five of Cups here, that maybe the pain of this is still very, very much with you. And whether it's pain or hurt or whether it's anger, whatever it is, you're still not over that. And I feel like this person's perhaps coming in before you've dealt with what you needed to deal with. The other thing to keep in mind is sometimes that can be a new person coming in that's really interested in you, but you're still dealing with the old person's energy, and that's always possible too. All right, so I have somebody coming in with an offer here. Look at this, more Aries energy. More Cancer energy too. So Cancer, Scorpio energy doubling up here, and Pisces energy coming through. And we do have the World card there. I do feel that you've been trying to close out some sort of cycle. You've wanted this offer though. That's the really strange part. It's almost like I've wanted this person to return. You could be a twin here. It's like I wanted this person to return, but now they've sort of come back into my energy. I'm not really sure that I haven't healed enough to not move forward or to not accept. But again, it could be somebody new stepping in. You may have somebody who's, you know, very powerful wanting to step in behind somebody that you've left behind. But you're still dealing with past hurts. All right, there it is. End of the cycle there. End of negativity. Definitely ending. Look at that. You've got Pisces energy at the end. So strong, and there's the Ace. Beautiful. So I feel like somehow or another, whoever I'm talking to here, it's like somebody has come in, and I feel like it's on the back of you healing from either somebody else or from that person, and they've returned. If this is someone new, I feel like you can't make yourself ready for this person until you've closed out the cycle. Because I do have the World card with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. So it's almost like you're still recovering. Is it too soon for you to go on a date, or it's too soon for you to consider, possibly, reconnecting with someone? I would say, looking at the cards, yes, I don't think that you are quite ready. And you've always got to be careful with connecting after a relationship breakdown, because if you are in a low vibration, it can mean you can attract lower vibration people in, which you don't want either. You want to be able to sort of, pick it up, or deal with somebody that's more aligned with where you are when you're feeling good about yourself. And I talk about this often because when we're in that habit of sort of not wanting to be alone, and we keep going out with people to alleviate that sort of loneliness, we just keep pulling in very, very similar people. I'm not saying it happens all the time, because occasionally, and I'm talking occasionally, I have met people who've gone straight into another relationship and it's worked really well for them, but it doesn't happen all the time. I feel like somehow or another somebody rescues you then, which is probably not the best way to go. But I do feel here that you're going to have a change of heart, and I feel like whatever's happening here could be that this person's sort of giving you some explanation as to why, things didn't go well the first time around. I feel like they've been truthful with you too, but there does seem to be a very intense conversation around what went wrong and what we can do differently this time. So maybe your person has done some healing. They may have worked very strongly on themselves. It's not unusual nowadays for both parties to leave a committed relationship and both do the healing that's required. Um, and sometimes they do get back together again, and sometimes that is a very successful connection once people have done that healing. But I think it's really cool that I get a lot of younger people saying now, I just wasn't ready for a relationship. There were things in my own life that I needed to deal with, so I thought it was important I dealt with them first. And I think we are getting so much more aligned with who we are meant to be. But I feel like here perhaps you haven't let go. Maybe you're still healing. Somebody walked away, turned their back on something they wanted. I feel like perhaps the other person wanted something. They did want the offer. They did want the connection. But somehow or another, see, you've got it. There's another 10 here. You've got this energy of karma and, working through karma and healing. I do see, though, that there is a brand new beginning here. So whichever way you go, you might decide to give it another go. You may decide to give someone new a go. And I feel like this person, the new person, if this person has healed and come back in, they're coming up as an emperor. So quite honestly, if you are considering this, absolutely, this person has done a lot of healing. So it's possible that in the temperance, this is divine timing. So, if you're doing this, maybe the reason you're hanging on is not so much because you haven't healed, it's just because you don't feel quite ready to front up to something, and that's okay. Take it slow. Have fun with it. All right, let's have a look at an oracle card. We're going to read from the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild here. And that one came out, 7 Blessings of Eve. I am feeling that this has come out a few times over the last week or so. So for anybody watching this reading, there may be a real need for you to listen. A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. So I'm feeling like here, for any one of you, if this reading is resonating and you've been through healing, I'm feeling even if you don't feel ready, even if you feel like you're still hanging on to some pain or something, this sort of says to me that things are about to sort of turn the corner. That's why you're getting a lot of tens. So maybe you're on the verge of letting go. And as I said, sometimes when something returns to us that we have outgrown, it's sort of a really good indication for us to show us how far we've actually come, rather than seeing it as a negative thing. So Taurus, that is your reading. Thank you very much. Gemini reading will be up tomorrow. Thank you.